2018 has been a year of twists and turns and peak and troughs. One side we saw gut-wrenching volatility, but on the other side we saw a complete reversal in India-dominated concerns, whether it is crude or fear of rising interest rates. But in 2019, what are the factors which could influence the way you should be investing, and what could influence the way money is going to grow for you? So to discuss the big picture, asset allocation, specific opportunities, and what really could be the contour of Indian financial market, I have with me a perfect guest. Someone who exactly a year ago came on the same forum and said, beware of mid and small cap stocks. Is he really singing the same tune, or the market correction now is forcing the CEO of ICICI Pru AMC to talk about a different approach for 2019? First of all, Happy New Year and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks same to you, and wish all your viewers. We call it Happy Sip Year.
2018, when we met exactly a year ago, before, we always like to talk forward, but I want to take backwards. You came on my show and you said, beware of mid and small cap stocks.
Correct.
Valuations were hogwash. Markets भूल गया है कि P multiple कैसे value करते हैं. So the script has panned out the way you predicted in small and mid cap stocks. So what has been your big reflection point for 2018?
See, somewhere we were pretty sure because of the numbers involved. We went wrong in 2017 in mid caps. Right from 2017 we have been saying that mid caps are too overvalued. 2018 was the peak and we decided to exit. I'm very satisfied when I reflect on 2018. The best thing that we did in January 2018, we returned small cap money. And that was small cap, mid cap money that we returned back. And those investors are super happy. They went out with 41-42% IRR. And that created a very happy set of customers. So that was very satisfying. So 2018, we had always believed that we need to be very cautious in our stance. And that's where all our funds had a relatively cautious stance, especially till the time when oil was very high. As oil has been coming down, our view has been changing. So 2018 we entered at a everything, the P's were too high, the mid cap and small cap P's at a ridiculous level. Now it is a very interesting time for the markets. We are entering 2019 when the markets, I cannot say are very expensive, neither can I say the market is very cheap. When you look at the trailing P or even the forward P with the expectation, it is at average level. So neither it is expensive nor it is cheap. So this is where a fund manager's skill sets involved. 2013, it was very easy to come and give a crying buy call because those mid caps were available at 4p, right? So it was very easy to come on your channel and say that buy and launch fund every month practically to collect the mid cap money. That's what we did in 2013. It was different. Mid caps were at 4p. Today also after the correction that we say, still mid caps are not that cheap, right? I'm not worried as I was worried 1 year back, but still it is not in the cheap zone. So nothing is in the cheap zone. It's a very interesting market, and as fund managers, 2019 is going to be tremendously interesting for us because now it is a stock pickers market. Which stocks and which sectors we bet on now is going to be very, very important, because in a 2013 kind of market, very easy to pick up, because whatever you pick up, even if you are inefficient, it will go up, right? In 2017, it's very difficult because whatever you pick up, you have to only pick up what will fall less, right? In 2017 kind of markets. Now is a very interesting time that whatever are the macro situations happening, how will we convert into our stock picking, and that is going to define us. That's
If I look at the current headlines, crude has got crushed, interest rates are unlikely to move higher, rupee has stabilized, foreign selling has reduced, and domestic institutional investors are supporting the market. From a new standpoint, from a positioning standpoint, you would argue this is a picture perfect scenario. Now the problem is that when the picture takes an ugly turn, it could be crude, it could be interest rates, it could be something which you and me don't know about. Then what happens? Because in a picture perfect scenario, you've gone to 11,000 on the Nifty, or you've gone at X levels in mid and small cap stocks. It cannot get better. This is the best picture.
So I am saying it's the way I look at it, since we know what are the sources of volatility. 100 people would have come on your channel and said that 2019 is going to be volatile. So there is one common agreement because of the various macro features, whether it is Indian politics or whether the US markets or whether US-China trade or whatever. we are going to see a lot of, when the 90 days are over, again we'll see some news headlines and all. So will there be continuously news flows? There is going to be continuous news flow. Will there be volatility? We believe in volatility. So, and is the market fairly valued? Market is fairly valued. So in that scenario, what we believe, but what is the positive? We believe that corporate earnings are coming back. We are seeing those signs, and we are seeing various sectors where we believe that corporate earnings can come back. So 2019, I can't tell you, I can't sum the table and say that invest all your money today. I can't say that. So I'm saying 2019 is a very simple call. Whatever you want to invest, invest in 10 different parts and finish your investment by October. I don't know what is the political reality that is going to come up in May. I don't know that. But I don't think it matters, right? Because we are working for corporate profitability to come back. Profitability which has not grown well in the last 5 years, right, will grow well in the next 3 years. That's what our call. And we are talking corporate by corporate, even without banking sector in. Right, banking sector is an obvious recovery that all of us are playing for, and some of very good bets are available. With the NBFC crisis also, a lot of opportunities have come to the banks. Now, going could not have been better for the banks right now. So, looking at those opportunities that I see in 2000, in the 3-year corporate turnaround that I expect to happen, I would say invest in 2019 in 10 equal installments and then wait.
I've never heard you that bullish on banks. For the longest time I've interacted with you. Is this secretly the banker speaking or a fund manager's view?
Now 11, 12 years I'm in this job, so it is not, it's why I feel now nothing means there is any bank which has now liability is the king. No longer is your asset, whoever can create liabilities. Those banks who have done well over the last many years have worked very hard to create a retail liability franchise, right, and have got a brand with them. People want money. NBFCs won't be able to reach with the, because NBFCs will have to consolidate. They have grown very fast over the last 3-4 years. They have to get their liability side right. So who's going to benefit out of that? People will need money, and banks which are positioned well, whether it is in corporate banking as well as retail banking. Retail banking, the market is infinite, but even corporates will need money, right? And they are in a very beautiful, you can't see, if the corporate banks of this country do not capitalize at this time, right, they can never capitalize it. So I believe nothing can, and whatever had to be written off, the NPA cycle, and with the next 2 or 3 quarters, you will see the write-off going up as high as 60-70%. If they have, then they're in a good position. I don't think new NPAs are happening. So for next 3...